Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. I know it's only been a week since I posted my last video, but I went for my comic run and I have a lot of really cool comic books that I picked up that I wanted to share with you guys, plus some other stuff, so I'll try to fit it in a single video, but this might turn out to be a two-parter again. But first up, like you guys know, I love sharing my comic books, so let's get started with that. This month's DC books are really cool. DC went this month with these really cool covers. They're all white, but they showcase the character's logo and a really cool pic of the character showcased on that month's comic. So I thought that was really cool. Plus, props to DC. DC Comics is going to maintain the $2.99 price mark throughout the year, so that really helps, when deciding to pick up DC books over Marvel books. So, yeah, Action Comics 897, continuing the Lex Luthor quest for power. He's trying to, gain power after becoming an Orange Lantern. And in this one, I picked it up because he has a talk with the Joker. And, the interaction between Lex Luthor and the Joker is really cool, so this one was a really cool pickup. Next issue, Larfleeze is going to be on the book, so I might pick that one up too, because not only does the price point really help, but I kind of like Larfleeze. I picked up Amazing Spider-Man 651, concluding the Hobgoblin storyline. Thankfully, this new costume is only a one-time thing, so he only used it to stop the Hobgoblin, and I'm really happy that Slott has, focused on Spider-Man's intelligence, actually having him design this whole new Spidey suit so he can take down the Hobgoblin. Not a lot of writers focus on Spider-Man's brain, so really good issue. Dan Slott really is turning Spider-Man around for me, so really happy about that. Then Amazing Spider-Man 652 features the return of the Spider Slayer, the return of the original Scorpion, Mac Gargan, and they're fighting all these insects and spider slayers that Smythe created. So, also a good read. We have another DC book, Batman 706, featuring the Dick Grayson Batman. This one continues last month's story, where Batman and Peacock and I Ching are trying to find the Beholder, which is this evil mask that grants power, which I think it's going to be the Black Mask that took possession of Dr. Arkham, so I think that's going to be what it is, so yeah. And we got Batman and Robin 19 with another really cool cover. This one concludes the storyline with, Nemo, who had the hole on her head, and her grand master plan to get revenge on the people that caused her to have that hole in the head. So cool. This book I don't pick up. I don't collect Streets of Gotham, but I saw that it was going to have this really cool Joker cover, so I decided to pick up this issue. And the story's actually pretty good. It deals with Hush. Now that Bruce Wayne is back, Hush has gone underground, and he's trying to, get his revenge on everyone, including the Joker, so I might pick up the rest of the series, if not for anything else, then, it features Hush and the Joker, so cool. And we got another really cool cover for Brightest Day 18. Last issue was Firestorm. This time they focus on the Hawks. They're able to defeat the evil Queen. They stop the Predator, and they stop the invasion of the Man-Hawks to Earth. So their mission accomplished. The White Lantern says that, okay, you've accomplished your mission. They break the curse that was haunting Hawkman and Hawkgirl, and it seems like they're gonna start fresh. They're gonna have a whole new life ahead of them. And but then the White Lantern ring brings in Deadman and says that they have to be apart, and they don't want to because it's a fresh start for them. And then the White Lantern just vaporizes them, turns them into white dust, and at the end of the issue, Deadman's like, "What the hell's going on?" But yeah, I don't know if they're dead or if they're gonna be brought back another way. But yeah, that was an interesting issue. And we have another really cool cover for Superman 707. There's the Superman logo and Superman on the cover. Like I said, I really dig these this month's covers. They're really cool. This one, Superman is Lois Lane is covering a story about this company that is polluting the earth, and Superman comes in, and then the environmentalists give out their point of view, and the company puts their point of view, and Superman's kind of torn between the two, and he decides to support the company. So that was pretty weird. But at the end of the issue, they have these time travelers that are the Superman squad. So that's gonna be something to look forward to. Superman Batman issue 80. This timeline's Superman, Batman, and Robin are trying to stop Epoch, something like that. The Lord who came back from the future to try to conquer the Earth, and they stop him, and then he keeps moving forward in time, trying to build his empire, and he's always stopped by a version of Batman or Superman. So yeah, this was also a good issue. Another really cool cover for Justice League of America 53, concluding the Omega Man storyline. The Crime Syndicate and the Justice League team up, and then of course the Crime Syndicate betrays the Justice League, but Dick Grayson had accounted for that. They bring back to life momentarily Alexander Luthor so he can help with the thing. It's not that good of an issue, but the artwork by Mark Bagley really helped. Then we got Simpson Comics 174. Love the Simpsons, collect anything Simpsons, so the comic books are included there. In this one, Lisa takes care of this owl that's a really bad owl. It's a really good issue. And we got Ratchet and Clank number 5. One more issue to go. In this one, Ratchet and Clank are trying to save their home planet, while Zog has captured, Ratchet's love interest. So really interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. Interestingly enough, it's no longer under the Wildstorm print. Wildstorm is gone, and now DC took over that. So it also cuts $2.99. So I thought that was really cool. Then we got XMen Legacy 244. Blindfold is having these visions of something capturing mutants. So she goes and look for it, and it's this weird spider octopus thing that has cross dimensions, and that the issue ends with a flash of light and everything changing. So that gives way to Age of X Alpha. Now, I think this is an attempt to be something like the Age of Apocalypse. They don't give any explanation except in, like I said, in XMen Legacy, it ends with a big flash of light. And then this issue starts, and there's very little mutants. They've been hunted down and prosecuted and everything. So Cyclops is this thing called the Basilisk that was a prisoner of Arcade. The fate of Wolverine is not known, because when they discovered a cure for mutants, he went in to try to stop them, and then Dr. Rao injected him with a cure to get rid of it, and then they don't let you know what happened to him. So everything's pretty much messed up. It's not as bad as in the Age of Apocalypse, but it's pretty interesting. It's, like I said, it's similar. It has a similar feel to the Age of Apocalypse, but Mike Carey's doing his own thing, so that's going to be interesting. And this book, this crossover is going to involve XMen Legacy and New Mutants, so I'm kind of interested to see what. I like his work on XMen Legacy, so I want to see what becomes of this Age of X thing. Then we got Uncanny XMen, issue 532. Last issue, Phantom X throws Sebastian Shaw out of his EVA UFO. But Sebastian Shaw, being able to absorb kinetic energy, he uses that to power himself up, and then they have this big fight between Phantom X, Kitty Pryde, Emma Frost and and Sebastian Shaw. So I really like the cover actually. The cover's pretty cool. A lot of people don't like Greg Land's work, but you know, yeah, I liked it. I liked it. And a book that I just can't stop talking about, Witchblade, issue 141. In this issue, they are still trying to deal with the evil kids that make drawings and then bring them to life to kill people. So, a really weird and interesting issue. But I like Witchblade. Then we got Artifacts number 5. Still trying to search for hope. Witchblade and her team Aphrodite asks for backup. So she goes into this other Top Cow superhero team that's comprised of cyborgs and everything. And so by the end of this issue, Witchblade gets her hands on Aphrodite, who killed her sister, but she called for backup. So now the Witchblade team and the Supernatural team is fighting the Techno team. So that's cool. So yeah. Then we got Wolverine issue 5, the last issue of Wolverine Goes to Hell. Wolverine has dethroned the devil and he's trying to get out. But he finds his father from Wolverine Origins and they have a conversation. Basically, his dad's plan is to, him and Wolverine to rule hell. But Wolverine wants nothing to do with it, so he's helping Puck, cause as much chaos and they can escape. And they go after Mariko, but then she asks him to leave. And then Puck gets lost, so Wolverine's crawling out of hell. While in the real world, the Ghost Riders and Son of Satan are trying to exorcise the demon from Wolverine. By the end of the issue, they are able to get. It appears like they've gotten Wolverine's soul back into his body, but the X-Men are waiting for him. And they're gonna go after him because of what he did in last issue in Utopia. So really, really, really dig this new Wolverine series. And we got Wonder Woman 606 without J. Michael Straczynski. The evil clan that's destroying the Amazons are still at it, and they hunt down Wonder Woman, but then she teams up with some of her Amazons, so, the Morrigan decide that what's the best way to stop an Amazon, but with other Amazons, so they create the cheetah, and they bring back to life Artemis, something like that. Another Amazon that was really big in the 90s, so yeah, it doesn't have the same feel as Straczynski's work, but they do keep the concept pretty good, so I'll like I said, I'll keep collecting Wonder Woman at least until the current story arc ends. And the last issue I picked up, I really wasn't even gonna pick it up. I wasn't even gonna put it on my pull list, but I got suckered into all the hype and all the the news articles on the internet and everything about this issue, Fantastic Four 587. It was going to feature the death of one of the Fantastic Four, and if you haven't read it or you somehow don't know, I'm going to spoil it, but the guy that dies at the end is the Human Torch. He's fighting some of Annihilus monsters, and he sacrifices himself to stop their annihilation wave. So the Human Torch is the one bit that bit it. It came in this black, poly bag, so you can see who's the one that dies because the cover shows who dies. Well, guys, these were my comic book pickups for this month. A lot of really cool comic books. Well, like I said, I thought they were really cool comic books. And next video I make, I'm gonna talk about some other stuff I picked up. So until then, guys, this is Vargas XX78. Seeing you later.